Tonight, I'm honored to stand before you on behalf of the Hofstra Northwell Long Island Jewish Forest Hills Internal Medicine Residency Program. Formerly known as the Hofstra North Shore Long Island Jewish Forest Hills Internal Residency Program. The speech actually could have been 3.5 minutes shorter if we didn't keep changing the name. So ultimately, I'm speaking on behalf of my classmates. Receiving my diploma, recognizing the completion of residency is probably the greatest definitive moment of the past 3 years of my life. Well, not the first greatest moment, the birth of our daughter, Sarah Livy. So, alright, the third greatest moment is upon us. Tonight, we officially graduated ACGME accredited internal medicine residency program. And what separates this accomplishment from all the other previous graduations, the high school, the middle school, the graduate school, the medical school, this accomplishment is not my own, but ours. When we took the MCAT, the win was mine. When we took the USMLE, we studied, it was a personal sacrifice, and it was a personal sport. But tonight, this is our victory. We juggled the calls, we manipulated the schedules, had to figure out a way to have no pending admissions in the morning when we already capped at 8 around 2 o'clock in the morning. Had to make sure to go to clinic on your assigned clinic day when someone has to cover the medical consults. Working together to manage patients in the midst of life and death. These challenges have shaped us as individuals, but more importantly, they shaped us as a team. When I first started at Forest Hills Hospital, 5 North, July 2013, July intern, I recall Dr. Sleem and I arriving at 5 a.m. every day, hoping to leave before 9 p.m. Don't worry, Dr. Smith, we didn't document any of the duty hours. As overwhelming as that time was, I recall Dr. Sleem simply stating in her simple way, "Don't worry, you're not alone." And that's all I needed to hear. And then together, we took a deep breath and walked over to ask Dr. Nabatian, who could we DC on tele? To which she replied, "Why don't you ever read my note?" Over the course of the past 3 years, we all changed as people. The smell of GI bleeds and C. diff are now ingrained in our subconscious forever. The support the 12 of us provided one another helped us to maintain our sanity and gave us the security to fulfill our dreams outside of the hospital. Let's talk about Dr. Han, got married. Dr. Kola, Dr. Archana, Sadia all had children. I remember for the rest of my life working in the ICU with Dr. Prasad. April 24th, we were resuscitating a GI bleeder in the ED. My wife sat today, calls me and says, "We're going to have a baby today." I was frantically group texting our What's Up group. Does anyone want to cover me in the ICU? I got no response. Which is understood because no one wants to be the third year in the ICU on a Sunday. But then I said, my wife is actively delivering in active labor. And then suddenly the support started to flow in. Dr. Finn, Dr. Archana pulled through and allowed me the great privilege of being present for the birth plan. Obstacles we have overcome and training we received have given us the confidence to accomplish any challenge at any hospital, clinic, urgent care center, anywhere in the United States of America. And speaking of this great nation, Dr. Wayland Mom yesterday became a citizen. My colleagues make it all look so simple. Not only did Dr. Aruna Kola have a child in her intern year, when she finally completed all the paybacks for the first pregnancy, she is suddenly accommodating her schedule for the next one. Through my time at Centro Medico Latino with Dr. Martinez and Dr. Perez, I witnessed Dr. Mohammed Khalil learn how to speak Spanish. nurtured each other through the best of times and the worst of times. When one of our own were sick in the ICU, the morale of the entire team took ill. For each time one of us sympathized, we all sympathized. In a wonderful way, the 12 of us, we've become one, like a marriage. We know exactly how to get under each other's skin. I understand Hippocrates stating, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." When we were sleep deprived of food, no matter how much medical management we implemented on a daily basis, it was pretty easy for hunger and emotions to take over our better judgment. Dr. Saragigi and I once bickered and argued for an hour and a half on why a hemocult wasn't performed. And the residual crazy part of me still wants to talk about it. We're not completely alone. I want to turn my attention to Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith, on behalf of my colleagues, we thank you for guiding us in fulfilling our vocational dreams of becoming internists. I also want to thank you for forcing us not to be the MAR for 2 years. And thank you for ensuring our patient remains accredited, because we know how much you hate the site visits. Dr. Smith, it's been our pleasure. To our program coordinator, Gabby Groman, Anna Brown, Anna Cachano, thank you for planning a wonderful evening. Gabby, we started at Forest Hills Hospital when we started, just 3 years ago. And over that time, we've all become very close to you. A relationship based on incessant urges to page us, to call us, to email us, to text us. Even at one time, you used Morse code to notify us of our missing mini CEXs and our duty hour violations. And a part of me will miss such an intense level of communication. Thank you, Gabby and Anna. Now, I ask my junior residents to look around you. Your co-residents, they're your partners, they're your family. While you complete your tenure here at Hofstra Northwell Long Island Jewish Forest Hills Internal Medicine Residency Program, utilize each other. Utilize each other to work hard, strive for excellence, and to stay positive. I promise you, when you leave here, you will be confident, autonomous, and a well-trained physician. Remember, we are all a small part of the equation. Voltaire said, "The art of medicine consists of amusing the patient while nature cures the disease." Remember the presence of a higher power. Be grateful to those who carry you. Your senior residents, your full-time faculty, your part-time faculty, the private physicians, Dr. John, Dr. Jamin, Winter's Formula, the PAs, nurses, NPs, PCAs, case managers, clerks, engineering, environmental, the 10th floor. And most importantly, remember the patients. As PGY2s, we'd always joke, the emergency department, admit to medicine, never the wrong answer. When we were interns, we would jest, a discharge is never wrong until proven otherwise. But I plead with you, I implore you, do not take your residency experience for granted. Ultimately, every admission has been our privilege. We had the luxury of taking the history, the thorough physical exam, determining an effective assessment, monitoring our own patient from admission to discharge. The great William Osler said, "He who studies medicine without books sails an uncharted sea. But he who studies medicine without patient does not go to sea at all." Through our patient load and the demands of this program, we have sailed a great sea many times. In closing, in the last 3 years, for the little time we were permitted to spend with our parents, spouses, siblings, children, and friends, it brings me great pleasure for our families to see the 12 of us together right now. Han, Ade, Archana, An, Gigi, Arshad, Pola, Salim, Mang, Finn, Khalil. We have been each other's backbone. We have been each other's heart. We have been each other's souls. I will miss you all. Thank you and congratulations.